Have you ever lain awake at 3 a.m. in the morning, staring at the ceiling, feeling like the world is closing in? At 16, I often did. A new school had plunged me into a gray fog of confusion. Formulas danced on the board like a foreign language I couldn't decode. At lunch, I sat alone in the cafeteria's corner, watching clusters of friends laugh while I nibbled in silence. At home, my parents' disappointed glances stung worse than words. But the deepest cut came from the mirror. Puberty had piled on weight that I didn't want, so I fought back with extreme diets, trapped in a spiral of shame. Then came the breaking point, a mock exam I bombed. I crumbled in the break room, sobbing, as a voice in my head whispered, "She's dead." Back then, I was chained to linear time, this rigid idea that I had to hit a prestigious university by age of 18, close down a career in family by age of 30, or watch my life collapse like dominoes. Yet here I stand today. I've graduated from the best journalism school in the US. I participated in China's first around-the-world flight on a single-engine aircraft. I founded an education company with my alumnus gym, which has been growing healthily for the past 8 years. And I've shared Chinese culture with the world on CCTV's international channel for 4 New Years straight. And I ran 5 marathons in 1 year. So, what shifted? It happened on one of those sleepless nights. As I stared at the ceiling, a question flickered. What if time isn't a straight line, but a wild, open expanse? That spark lit a fire. I began to see time not as a ticking clock, but as a vast wilderness I could roam freely. That shift changed everything. Let's shatter the scarcity mindset, that gnawing fear that time is slipping away. With today's technology and a healthy lifestyle, living past 120 isn't a dream, it's a possibility. There's a scientific saying, buy 3, get 1 for free. Which means if you take care of yourself for 3 extra years, and science might hand you another 1 for free. Now let's play a little game. Take a look at the person on your left. Take a look at the person on your right. Okay. Chinese people have a 33% chance of developing cancer in their life. That is to say, statistically speaking, 1 of you 3 might get cancer in your lifetime. But if you hang there long enough, a universal treatment method for cancer will emerge. So let's stretch your mental timeline from 70 to 120 years, and suddenly life feels spacious. You can pursue a second degree in your 40s, start a family with IVF in your 50s, launch a business in your 70s, zip into space in your 80s, or even fall in love again at 100. Those stumbles in your teens, they're just tiny ripples in a long, wild river. Now, I'll share 4 keys I've used to unlock time's potential. Picture them as tools to explore this wilderness. the fast forward button, flow. Time isn't fixed. It speeds up in flow. Flow is when you are so absorbed in something that hours vanish and you're left buzzing with joy. To trigger flow, you need 3 core elements: a clear goal, instant feedback, and a task that stretches you just right. Take running, for example. Before 30, I was clueless. After 1 kilometer, I'd wheeze like my lungs were on fire. The real killer wasn't the cold or the cramps. It was the boredom. How do you just ditch screens and just run? Then I read Haruki Murakami's memoir and got curious. I trained 4 times a week, set goals, tracked my progress, and built up slowly. A year later, I logged 1,000 kilometers. Running 42 kilometers felt like a breezy dance on clouds. Time melted away. I brought flow to work. Suddenly, I was running a company, reading 60 new books a year, and belting out Whitney Houston's high notes. Flow fast forwards time and proves you can pack more into life than you could ever imagine. I encourage you to try this. Set a small goal, divide into bite-sized tasks, and dive in fully. Watch time fly. Time can also slow down when you savor the now. After a chaotic day at the company, I escaped to my kitchen. I watched dirt drift off spinach roots in a basin. Hear my knife crack through stems on the cutting board. Smell garlic and citron peppercorn sizzling, and taste the spicy beef explode on my tongue. In those moments, time stretches and the day's stress fades away. You don't need a kitchen though. My friend D carries a shuttlecock in his pocket. He kicks it around outside fancy Shanghai stores, MS, LV, while shoppers peek out, chasing happiness in bags. D finds it in a 5-yuan toy. He also looks, that's how he did it. He also looks 15 years younger because he lives in the present moment. Find your slow motion button, whether it's tea, a walk, or the sound of snow melting, and let time stretch out in a beautiful, peaceful bloom. Time has a pause button, meditation. During the pandemic, my company hit rough waters. I was ping-ponging between past regrets and future fears. My business partner Margie dragged me to a meditation workshop in Shanghai, and daily practice taught me to freeze time and find calm in the storm. It's like a superpower. Mid-negotiation, when tempers flare, I breathe, pause, and reset in a second. And I'm present so that the other person knows I'm listening and empathizing with their situation. Meditation is simple. Focus on your breath. Notice what is here. Science also backs it. Meditation lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. Meditation helps reduce the body's fight or flight mode, leading to less overall stress and anxiety. Now I run free workshops for teens at my company, helping them pause and be present. If you're ready, let's try it together. Everyone, close your eyes. Close your eyes, please. Thank you. Take a deep breath through your nose for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And exhale slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel the calm settle in. Now open your eyes. See how that steadies you. Time can fold back through healing. We all carry old wounds. In my late 20s, I started psychological counseling. Talking with my therapist peeled back layers, letting me comfort the scared kid inside me. I got certified and now guide high schoolers through their own fog. Like a child who once drowned, I learned to swim. And with my co-workers, built a boat to ferry children from this shore to the other, whether they were depressed, anxious, had ADHD, Asperger's, or identity crisis as LGBTQ. Deep conversations with them opened a time tunnel, allowing me to travel back to my teenage years, as counseling them inspired me to embrace myself. Once a 16-year-old girl, Annis, sobbed to me, "My life's over." Her tears hit the floor, and I saw my 16-year-old self in that break room. I hugged her and said, "I've got you." In that moment, I reached back through time to reassure my past self. Healing turns time into a gift you can fold and unwrap. If you're ready to travel back in time to embrace your inner child, try this. Think of a past hurt. What would you tell your younger self? Say it now. When society screams, "You're behind, too old, too late," tune it out. The social clock is a myth. You set the rules. With flow to fast forward, presence to slow down, meditation to pause, and healing to fold time. Every second becomes a dance of freedom. As you walk out today, know this. Time is not a line. It's an untamed wilderness full of twists and hidden wonders. Thank you, and may you all dance freely in the wilderness of time.